Hey everybody, welcome back. The next question you need to ask yourself is, what solutions do I have to these problems that I can prove solves these issues beyond all doubt? Now this is a big one, meaning this is very important to get this right. When I came up with my solutions, I looked very carefully at the problems my market was having. Now that's a given. I've mentioned this many times throughout this course already. Now, I knew that women had a big problem and they found it hard to make the same connection with their new partner that they had when they first met, or if their relationship was a little bit old. There was many problems that people had, and women seemed to be the ones that were coming up with these problems. The men were, for want of a better word, quite ignorant about these things. So I became the answer to that by providing exercises and classes to help action those outcomes. And that actually ended up bringing the men around as well. So I ended up having not only women as a market, but men as a market as well. Now, as a specific example, I got a lot of feedback that the counsellors that these people had seen, or the courses that they bought, as much as they tried, they just couldn't help them with this issue. And the reason is simply they just didn't know their customer well enough. I mean, I'm no expert. I'm no genius. I'm just an average guy. But I actually went in with a focus and a commitment to helping these people. And I think that that's why I did a lot better than some of the more qualified people even that were trying to help these people. So it's a matter of really committing to the people you're trying to serve. Now, they just didn't seem to be interested in getting to know women well enough, or they just didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know that that was the solution. So I simply made it a point of being the solution, the only solution that they had to those issues. Now, one tip I'll give you here is that I was very genuine, and the women felt that. This without a genuine and real honest focus will not work. You've got to be genuine about these things. And it's about being congruent, as I mentioned in the first part of this video series, where you find out what your passionate is. This is easy if you're actually really passionate about something. Now, if you do this kind of thing with a lack of sincerity, your customers will feel this from the get-go. Like if you have just the notion of, I just want to make money. Well, money's great, but I tell you right now from experience, making money is really easy when you're actually really passionate about something. And it's actually a more satisfying feeling that you get when you've actually helped people and you make money from that. Now, if you aren't at the point of congruency yet with your chosen niche, you will need to do some personal growth here and really become genuine about it. So the clients easily feel you are truly passionate about solving their problems. Now, this comes back, as I said, to being congruent about what you discovered in Chapter 1. Now, if you're naturally passionate, people will buy from you, period. I mean, I find it really easy to sell the things I sell because I'm actually really into it. So, in a nutshell, all I did was look at my list that I made in Chapter 3, and I became the solution that they needed for each of those issues. Now, the first practical thing you could do if you are an expert is to create a product or service that solves these problems. Now, preferably a 10 to 20 page free report, or a larger report anywhere from 35 to 150 pages or more if you want. Now, don't stress out if you're not a writer. There are plenty of people out there who write well, and you can easily outsource this stuff. It's really simple and very affordable. If you don't have the ability, just find somebody else's product to promote and earn a commission by selling it. So you don't even have to make your own product if you don't want to. But as you may or may not know, if you have your own product, you will get 100% of the earnings rather than earning a commission. Now, there are multitudes of different ways to do this, and I could write a whole book or a course on this alone. In fact, I will be doing that in the future, so look out for that. The simplest way to find products to promote again is Google. Put into Google your topic and put the words affiliate program or affiliates after the topic, and you should find something, especially if your niche is evergreen. Now, also you can look in the Warriors for Hire section on the Warrior Forum. That's warriorforum.com. You will find plenty of people, and this is if you want to get something written for you or a product made. Plus there's Fiverr.com, Odesk.com and Elance.com, as well as many other places you can hire people to get your stuff written for you. Now, if you want to hire a virtual assistant or a personal assistant, I highly recommend a website I found years ago, which is replacemyself.com. It is a bit of an investment, so maybe you want to wait for that for a bit later, but it is the best resource that I could find for virtual assistants and personal assistants. So if you don't want to create products yourself, you can find someone else's product to promote and earn a commission by selling it, as I said before. So there are solutions to your problems in this. So if it's an evergreen niche, you should see lots of products for you to promote. If there are none, well, you better take a look at the size and feasibility of your market again and maybe find something else. I mean that if you can't find a product to sell, you've probably chosen a niche that's not really that viable. So usually you'll find something to promote if it's, a lot of people do this research, and the people who are on ClickBank, for instance, the people who are on Amazon, they've done all this research and they know that these products are viable and that there's a hungry market out there for them. So that brings us to the end of this video. The next video, we will cover who you are.